Faith. Good evening. Hearty greetings, beloved Nerika family. When Wednesday hits on my calendar, which is just the day when I wake up and I realize it's a Wednesday, and it brings incredible joy to me that we're tapping into the in oneness energy, this beautiful container that started with the greatest shift, and it's still going on in the 2021 until we receive a higher upgrade for the in oneness program. And I love how every week my honored guests bring their own light, their own wisdom, their own medicine, sharing the journey, because in oneness is nothing but sharing our magnificent human experience, to realize that, yes, just by realizing your light and my light, it is magnificent. Just realizing that we are expanding beyond this multiverse, it is magnificent. Just to know that, yes, I am going through all the emotions and all the love and all the compassion and working on my shadowy side. It's magnificent. Just being here to witness the shift happening is magnificent. To see other beings around me sharing that vision of the heaven on earth, sharing the high consciousness of all beings coming from a space of the heart, it is magnificent. So tonight we're sharing our magnificent human experience with a very lovely sister, Elovena, and from Portugal. And I love how we are in this quantum field beyond time and space. Before I bring the beautiful Elovena into the space, I would like to run by you the little intro video. And we are live on the Facebook page Nerika Healing by Aerolite. So Elovena, if you like to share it from your side, it's already running. Viewers out there, if you also would like to support us, and if you resonate with the energy we are sharing, you can share love and light by sharing these episodes and all of Nerika programming, because all of Nerika programs are free and they are from the space of the heart. So feel free to share love and light, and I'm sharing with you the beautiful video that we've made for in oneness. Here it is. And you dawn upon me, upon you. And you dawn upon me, upon you. Our beloved Gaia, our Mother Earth is ascending, and so are we. Brother Sun, Sister Moon, hold my hand, and together we leap. Our multidimensionality we realize, and we rejoice. We are sovereign whole again, and you dawn upon me, upon you. In oneness, you and I, we gather. Brother Sun, Sister Moon, in the circle of light, meet with me to remember ourselves, one heart, one family, one light, one humanity, one earth. In oneness, we remember, I am all is I. In oneness, the God in me honor the God in you. In oneness, we expand beyond the multiverse. Our star cells we meet, and we remember the origin, the light, the source. In oneness, once more, with ourselves and the bridge we crossed. In oneness, we become the remembrance
we become the Akash. We just be in oneness. In oneness.
We become the remembrance and we become the Akash. Welcome to the space, Elovena. Kindly unmute your microphone and join your light to the light of the Narika family. Welcome, 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 sister.
Thank you so much. It's beautiful to be here in this space, in the now moment. Thank you.
In the now moment. Yes, every now moment is magical. And let's see what this now moment is bringing to us into this space, to the Narika family, to the remembrance for us as individual and as collective, because this is the journey of remembrance. How has it been for you?
Wow. From where, when, or in the now?
In the now, it is always beautiful and magical.
That's it.
It is.
Yeah, it's truly, truly magical indeed. I feel forever while being here on this planet Earth, it will be about remembering truly who you are. And wow, since I became aware of that, it's only about remembering who you are almost, or that's how I feel it. It's like so many things opening up, so many realities you start to perceive beyond your imagination. Even your mind cannot grasp this anymore. You cannot. I mean, for me, for so many people, I could not speak anymore because I have no word for everything I've been through, experience with myself, with others, and all is really, really amazing and really, really, truly beautiful with all the it's like opening up to the how to say, like
Opening
really
Pandora box.
yeah
Opening Pandora box.
opening to it all, and that all, what is that? And for me it was always this what is that, from a deep knowing there is so much, but what is that and how to get there, and totally in that flow, like zero expectation. I don't know what it is, but every time a new layer, a new dimension, a new reality is opening up, and that's pretty amazing.
Being here in this body, in the physical space. That's what I'm about to bring up. How all these opening up, realizing, fascinating with all the magic that's unfolding. How is it aligning with your physical presence?
Well, a lot of, let's say, I received a lot of messages, and through these messages and information, you shift your perception of the world. So yes, and of course, when you become aware, hey, I'm in power of my reality, I'm in the power of my creation. I feel a blah 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 symptom. Hey, I created myself. So all this type of dynamics, like I'm that powerful creator, it's in me, I don't need to search for it outside, and let's start using these powers. Wow. Like what a gift, and at the same time scary, because I also see things in my surroundings which I believe are not for the highest benefit of all anymore. And what are the techniques, the tools, the realizations, the information to change that, to shift that, to create a new type of reality? You feel more happy, more enlightened, more awakened, and so on. So that's my journey.
You first create the reality that fits you, and the more like you creating realities that are of that same high vibration, therefore we're going to shift the humanity's reality, and therefore we are shifting to what you call the heavenly Gaia. That's where I'm heading.
Yes. Yeah, this heavenly Gaia is just so for all. It's really it came down in a way not even that long ago, but it was always there to remember that we are here to co-create paradise, to live in abundance, to live in complete freedom, complete in harmony with ourselves and others and everything around us. And is it actually happening already? It already happened, but in this reality right now, not so much, or not in the way that I understand it can be. So remember what that is, and from a deep knowing for me, I'm just here to see it happening and see this coming into manifestation for as many beautiful souls as possible. And indeed, the realization of we are on Gaia, on planet Earth and heaven, and many people, make that separation of you have a heaven. If you do good, you will go into heaven, or on the planet Earth, it's like paradise or it's hell, or no, it's one. It's beautiful. It's just one creation. It's in that one space. It was never separated. So how to create that heaven on earth, what many people feel and also talk about, or feel like, yeah, that's something, but how to get there, how to do that. And I feel really like I received so many solutions and gifts and ideas and so on to really go into that heavenly Gaia space, are already living it. But now it's time to unite. Now everybody will feel that same call, like, yes, I like to live in heavenly Gaia because that's the only way. I mean, that's the most beautiful space. But to really start co-creating this together, by coming together and putting amazing ideas, solutions, it's all out there already. We just need to connect the right pieces together. And I feel then I'm in really heaven on Gaia, in this body, in this reality. Yeah, being in harmony and celebrating life in the most amazing ways.
Yeah, this is so refreshing for a lot of us to hear that there's something beautifully happening, and it is kind of energetically building with a lot of souls who have been receiving little and bits and pieces of the puzzle to create this heaven on earth. And it is happening across the globe, where a lot of people are, oh, I have the same vision, oh, I have the same vision. And then we're sharing all of that. It's happening gradually, as we are also shifting from an old paradigm to a new paradigm. And actually, we just jumped into the juiciness of the talks, and I wanted you to introduce yourself a little bit and tell us a little bit about Elovena, where you live, what you do, how you have become to be where you at right now. We'd love to hear a little bit about you.
So yes, well, at the moment my base is in Portugal, indeed, and I arrived here around 5 years ago, and it was actually 5 years ago, and it was a really amazing moment in time for me in my personal life, that it felt like a super quantum jump. I completely shifted my whole life. Everything what I thought is real, safe, whatever, it was all gone, because I personally jumped in such a way that I shifted so much. So my whole world, my whole creation, everything changed. And starting like from scratch, but more in another dimension. Like, I can explain it. I was living in a city in Holland, in Amsterdam to be precise, and it was for 10 years. And I already knew I'm being prepared for something for 2-3 years, but it was a bit weird, because what you say to people, like, what am I actually doing here in Amsterdam? I felt I cannot have a normal job like everybody has, and I started to tell people I just live my life. It was, for me, that was my feeling, but other people were a little bit like, interesting, what's going on with her. And then I was like, no, I suddenly clicked in, like, it's about following my heart. Who am I? What I'm really supposed to do here, which was always on in me. I always felt that desire to know who am I, why am I here, what I supposed to do here. I cannot identify with no one because I have a unique kind of path that is very clear. But what is the actual direction? What is the actual focus to come into this highest manifestation, creation of what your soul choose to do here, or even that, well, that basically. And by following my heart, I suddenly find myself in Portugal and not knowing what was waiting for me there. But indeed, everything shifted. So I started to live in 1 month's time, say bye-bye to everybody, my whole old life, and started to live in the nature. Actually, it was completely off the grid, completely, living in a city, for me, it felt like very strong, this third dimension, basically, with the duality and all these kind of, many people believe that this is life, I go to work, I go to a holiday, I start a family, many people have a similar idea, this is life. And
isn't it interesting? I'm going to highlight on this, like, the more the crowd believes in one thought, the more it manifests in the physical reality.
True.
So now that we know the power of our thoughts, and we know that if we really want to manifest Heavenly Gaia, it's a thought that we need to change within us. It's an energy that we need to tune in. It starts with the thought, and it's that we feel into it, and then we start really perceiving it as an energy. And the more of the people tap into it, believe in it, live it, the more it's going to manifest. Actually, nothing is new. It's just the same cycle repeating itself. It's just we have risen to a little higher of a vibration in our perceiving reality.
Yeah.
And this is the reality that is going to manifest for us.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's so fascinating how we function as individual and as a collective. We're so intertwined.
Yes.
We're so deeply connected.
Yes, and also what I feel indeed when each one of us individually even remember more of who we are, our powers are so huge. It's like unbelievable huge. So it's actually so simple idea, like, let's go together with the same thought of paradise, of Heavenly Gaia, and there is zero reason in my belief system or ideas that it's not possible. Because indeed, some people say, wow, so idealistic, or wow, I cannot believe it. But that's the whole point. You better believe it, because sooner or later, it will be there. There will be a group of amazing souls here being prepared to start co-creating this. It's already happening, and finding each other of just it's happening, and just showing the example of that what is possible here, what we are capable of, what we can, the life we deserve to live. I mean, there was no way you need to keep on being a slave in any system or whatever. We are free beings. We're sovereign, autonomous, beautiful beings, each one of us. And I feel when we all open our hearts and realizing this is it, I agree with Elovena, or with you, Era, this is like, wow, then I'm already in paradise in Heavenly Gaia, even though we are not physically connected, maybe.
It takes that heart opening. Yes, it takes that you open your heart and you feel into what it's perceived. You feel into it without the limitation, without the judgment of it, without the comparison. It's just, and besides, we have become more receptive to energy. So when you are talking with all your enthusiasm about it, it is contagious and it's just spreading in such a beautiful way. That people, we she has something better than we do. Okay, let's give it a thought. Let's give it a try. This is how we function as a human. We always look up at what others are offering or where they are standing from, and
and
I mean, you are offering.
No, but that's also what I feel like when I see. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I didn't want to interrupt you.
I know there's a delay in the
Yeah.
in the connection.
Okay. So you were still talking. I just wanted to listen to you.
No, what I meant to say, I'm just so happy with your energy, this bubbly energy that's spreading all this this light and positivity around a high frequency level thoughts and reality, which is something we really need now to anchor these realities. So, and how do you think we can anchor these realities? Now we know there are thoughts. We talked about them with a lot of people. We know that like quite a lot of the light beings and who are doing a lot of healings, the light workers, almost everybody who awakens now, they are into this whole new mindset of a reality that I can create. But okay, I can create. How do I get there? How do I get there? How do I anchor in this creation?
Yeah, it's a good one. Like, I understand for myself, it just like gradually happened, but it's very amazing to indeed start to think how it actually can work. Well, really start feeling what you feel. If you everybody I know gets signals all the time. A little whisper in your ear, or a little boom 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 in your heart, or tinkle in the fingers, or physical sensations, or whatever. You hear voices, or whatever, you find a special book on the street, or a person say something and you're like, hey, what is this? So many signs. Every one of us get it. Only are we allowing ourselves to truly listen to these signs? And I know for myself that, I don't know, someone told me it's about signs, or that I saw a movie, I think even the Celestine Prophecy or that kind of movies, which show us that, hey, there are always signs. And then I said, let's start to listen to the signs. What are my signs now to listen to? And that was for me an eye-opener in, okay, some years ago, but it was really like, excitement, and it becomes like fun and a bit of a game, like, and it can be anything, but really following it, and then you end up in the most amazing places where you exactly feel, I don't know how I arrived there, but this is the place for me to be. Or someone tell you something and it's like, this is exactly what I need to hear. And in that way, really encouraging yourself, like trusting yourself again and following your intuition to really expand that, take it serious and not too serious, and feeling that love for yourself. Like, okay, you find yourself in a place and it's cold and it's not nice, and then, hey, do I stay here, or I just say, thank you so much, I love you all, but I feel there's something else waiting for me, maybe better, but you don't know, but something else is there for you, which will really make you more happy or more in love with yourself or whatever.
But to really go on this journey, just following the heart,
Yes.
with all the nudges, with all the signs, you need to be very, very much grounded.
Yes.
You need to be very anchored. You need to have worked on all your shadowy side. You have to work on the fear that grips and all the doubts and all the patterns and traumas, to just follow your heart. You need to have had the courage to do it. It's not easy to just follow your heart. It's really power. Yeah.
Are we?
Are we here? We are here. We are still here. Both of us buzzing so loud. Two buzzing bees. And the internet is good. We are still good. And so enthusiastic about like really.
Well, sometimes you say here unstable, but it's okay.
Your internet, that's fine. We go with the flow. Whatever is coming our way, it's welcome.
Exactly.
So basically, I'm getting from you is the reminder, a gentle reminder to just follow the guidance that comes, as it always, it's coming from a higher place, and that is always taking us to a destination that it's in our highest good, into an experience that's in our highest good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I feel also for me was, for example, key that I was one who never asked for help. For example, I always thought I can do everything myself. I don't need anybody, and if I ask for help, then I found it, it's not really helping me. But then I came on this beautiful path. I met some beautiful people, and for example, kinesiology, muscle testing. You can basically ask your body and every other psychological, mental, spiritual levels. All the answers are in you, are around you, are in that cloud. And the moment I could, via someone, get answers, like, I don't know, from physical things to psychological thoughts who kept going, who I felt they are all that beliefs which are now very much limiting me to move into a direction I feel that's where I like to go, and then holding me back from this actual manifestation, creation of that what I wish to see in the world. And that whole journey on its own, like receiving the answers always in the right time in space, and starting to trust that, and getting the help, which in the end it becomes an internal mechanism. I found out now I get the answers already before I even ask, and I don't need that help. And even when I need that help, I can ask for it. So just that flow is so beautifully that you can move forward, and by following your heart, that can be very powerful, of course. But indeed, what you say, the grounding, that you truly become happy with a body and truly become happy being here on this planet. Like with the questioning, hey, do you truly love to be here on this planet? Do you truly love yourself unconditionally and deeply and completely? And then this muscle test, no, no, it was just horrible confrontation with myself, that from a deeper level, the subconscious mind, the subconscious patterns, I truly felt I don't want to be here. But yes, with my feeling, of course I want to be here. What is this? This is strange. No, deep inside me, it was something, I don't want to be here. And I realized
the resistance inside. Yes.
Very much limitation, this body. I don't know, it was fun coming, I feel, from a memory or from wherever, somewhere, that it felt limitation. But realizing I'm here on this planet in a body, so there must be a reason, right? That I have a body, and I better start loving it and start taking care of it.
I chose it. It's my own choice. I have the choice to be here in this body, May as well enjoy it to the max.
Yes. And that's every day more. And what I now truly remember, and especially that's activated since the 21 of December 2020, which was the actual date, the actual start of this new era for the next 21,000 or more years, this Aquarian age, the golden age, I like to say as well. Everything will be new. So, wow, from that moment in time until now, I'm realizing it every day. And I realized that even from that day, what I experienced so far is going again beyond my imagination on another level. Wow. And at the same time, get a lot of guidance. It's really about zero ego. And that was for me like, hey, I don't fit the ego, but yes, the ego is still there. Let's get rid of this ego, because that's the way we're going to move forward, all of us, each one of us, in these new times. And
actually,
Yeah.
to just really move forward, it's gonna start with this realization: I am anchored in this physical reality as much as I am anchored in the higher reality, in the higher frequency. And once I anchor more here, the more I am able to perceive myself as an energetic being and act from that state as well. And you know, I've heard that statement a lot when people say, I want to get rid of the ego and it doesn't serve me.
Mm.
If it wasn't to our highest good to have this egoic self, it wouldn't have been built in. And our conscious self knows that just to be aware of our egoic self is the realization itself. So we don't have to go shun it and want to get rid of it. As long as it's there and acknowledged and honored as it is, actually, our egoic self, if we are consciously accepting it, it will work as an anchoring system. It's a protecting system. It had protect us because we were lingering in so much fear, and we were kind of like wanting this protection. But once we are in the space of too much love and compassion and unconditional sharing and infinite abundance, it's going to take a step back, actually.
Yeah.
We don't have to do much towards our egoic self except embracing it and accepting it from a space of compassion.
Yeah. Yeah. And indeed, love, really, truly this unconditional love, like really in that fourth dimension and moving beyond it. And that one is what we also feel, that sharing things. And yeah, I feel every day is like a new layer. I'm new, being in the now moment as much as I can. Sometimes maybe that's my goal. Sometimes I drive a little bit back to the past, but I know the past is an illusion. So that is something of me that I'm in a way feel like sharing also. Like this past can keep you into like a mold which is so not connected to the now moment as well as the future is. So being in the now moment is the best the best practice. And in the now moment you realize, I'm thinking now about this, or I'm thinking back into this. Right now it doesn't matter. How do you feel now? What you like to do now? What makes you happy now? And then you are indeed much more into that creation power, into your own power. And then when one thought pops out, would be really nice to, I don't know, have a really nice dance party tonight. Poof, it should be easily manifested. And that's, now I'm excited for this new era, this Aquarian age, these energies with this amount of much more light, this photon light. Even today, by the way, there's a lot of extra light coming free for all of us to anchor in ourselves and onto the planet. And yeah, our minds will blown off. And this is, I like it so much. It's amazing to witness, and at the same time being in my reality, I'm totally aware of all the other things being played out, but it's not the focus anymore. The focus is really that Heavenly Gaia now, really, for the highest benefit of all, for humanity. I feel I'm in service. That's why I'm here. I really unite, and really this 144,000, which is a code, 144,000 souls, the ones who feel this resonance with this call, with this 144,000, they will wake up in the moment of time, or they are already awake. And when we connect and come into that,
more are joining. A lot have awakened, and more are joining. And the time when those souls come together is a great time, and a great it's going to be great for all of humanity.
yes.
And the intensity of healing work that's been happening around the globe, the intensity of healers who are right out there in divine service, offering from the space of the heart is so immense. It's so humbling to be here now and witness this happening, isn't it?
Yeah, even also in the last days I realized again, like I'm feeling really honored now. And before I could think of it, but I did not really felt it, or but now I'm like, more and more I feel really being honored that I'm now here. And this is such a whoa thing. Where's this coming from? But
like seeing you since you popped up in this screen with all your big bubbly energy is just like bringing that joy into me. Have you seen yourself more joyous than you are in this now, than in the last nows and lately in your life?
No, I think this is it. No, I have every time when I don't know, it's I perceive myself every moment as like a new person. And I feel, or I know in the last few days, a lot of things again shifted for me, even in my funny mind or in, my reality. And for example, I have such a strong guidance and so many amazing beings and messages and information of like, wow. And at the same time, I was like, with my cutie ego, like, is this really what I want? Is this really a plan? That how much free will is there for me that I say, yes, I am part of this plan. No, I don't want to be part of this plan. And yes, I have the free will to choose what I like to do. But I also understand the yes is there because it's already being created. And it's coming from that creation, that huge creative power. And I just need to surrender to it because it's for the highest benefit of all. So it will bring me the most joy, happiness, aliveness, power, whatever. And it will go all the time again beyond my imagination, while I felt like I want to be in control of this. And again, forget it. I will tell it to myself every time again because I don't know, and what the future will bring, I don't care because it's not existing. But right now, this is the way I perceive it, and this is super special.
The future is always in motion. The future is always in motion.
Yes. That's that one.
I love the sentence. I was watching something yesterday, and this line came, and it was just resonating so much with me. And I contemplated, how could the future be in motion if we are not aware of what is coming? But then I came to realize that it is this now moment and the choices that we make in alignment to all that's in the highest good of all. It's going to dictate how the future is going to run. So how this now is so important.
Are we here? Yeah.
Can you hear me?
There's still we're back, I think.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, me too. No, it was a bit stuck again.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it. It's movement every moment, and also you just follow guidance or follow your heart again, and then you can imagine certain things as that is your ideal creation or your ideal reality you like to play in. But at the same time, it can shift any moment of time. And I really learned that you can have like a certain expectation of that, what you wish to see in the world. But again, zero attachment to it in a certain way. So I can expect Heavenly Gaia to be manifested for the highest benefit of all. But how, when, what? I have zero attachment to it in a way. And I do know it will manifest sooner or later. So that's such an interesting dynamics in that information I receive, like how it actually works, zero expectation, but do have an expectation, and the outcome will be guaranteed, but then be in the flow, don't feel like it has to happen now, or how it will happen, or is it really going to happen.
What you're
already done.
What you're contributing to this project, it might be a drop in the cup of this project, and along the time, others, it might be you again, or others will come and add drops and drops and drops to this cup, and this whole project is already been downloaded to a lot of souls who are on the same frequency. So everybody is just fitting their piece of the puzzle in that big picture.
Yeah, we're all aligning ourselves. This is so amazing. And when we all remember who we are, and when we can truly meet with an open heart, with even our higher hearts activated, then that's the ultimate frequency to be connected with. I mean, that's for me, the life I remember, or what I feel we can co-create, and we are co-creating. And this is awesome. And right now, for example, we received a lot of beautiful information for the manifestation of Heavenly Gaia and life and for humanity, and that you really write it down and vibrate it every day, let's say, but writing it down in a past tense. So it's already been, it have been created, it has been done. And actually in the now moment, living that it's already happened, and to get into that secret of manifestation, because the ones who have, people who say that 1% who is in power, let's say, of the planet Earth, this is just one way of manifestation. You write a plan, you truly believe in it, you better believe in it, and it's already been happened, and that gives so much power. And especially that's my call to action, or hey, where are you, 144,000, or let's say I'm now already with 3 and 4 and whatever, where are you all on the planet Earth, and can we unite in a way that we all start vibrate that energy in a more coherent way? So with that stronger focus, it's much easier manifesting, because I can do it alone. No, I can't. With 3, we are in a group, but not enough, because it's not supposed to be.
But again, if you look at it from the bigger perspective, it is already happening at the larger scale. Yes. Whether those souls, they come in person or not, that the blueprint has already been distributed on all the members. So everybody is manifesting that frequency from their small corner of the world. And when the right time comes, they all gonna unite, maybe physically, maybe energetically, maybe never. But if you really assure yourself that I am working with the piece of the puzzle that's given to me, and I'm buzzing this energy, I'm working on with this frequency, so it is happening.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so fun.
And for me, it's about shifting my mind. It's just like the mindset and the shifting of the mind and the perspective about things. It makes a whole new story for me. It makes a whole new creation for me, and it will start manifesting, in such a way that it is interesting. It is interesting how we function, how much we realize the power we have within us.
Yes, I know. Yeah,
exactly.
It's so big. It's just so big. I don't know. I have almost no words for it anymore, And I do know, for example, so many recordings of amazing messages that, for example, for some years I felt it's just too futuristic. I find myself on a kind of futuristic timeline and can look around me what went wrong, how I arrived here and how to get everybody with me, because it's more fun that we all go together. But that's also, no, not everybody is going with you, and not everybody likes even to be there with you, because it's not part of their soul journey, and it's all okay, in full acceptance of what is now. So
Exactly.
yeah, I'm still excited. I'm feeling that funny excitement, and especially when I talk, I realize this is, yeah, it's really interesting to, when I talk, even now I see myself talking to you, speaking out these words, knowing we are co-creating right now in this space, and feeling this super excitement, and even fun to watch, observe myself in action like this. It's like, and that's even the realization of being like a multi-dimensional being, knowing that you are living life in so many parallel realities, and you just
They
decide
all
what you
influence each other.
choose.
They're all
And what I
intertwined.
also,
And they're all interconnected. So whatever you're feeling now, it is rippling in all directions.
yes, but
You
the
lost
funny
me
part,
again?
yeah, no, yes, I totally agree that it can go anywhere, but you are in charge. The more we master our mind, because that's the whole trick. When we are not the slave of our own mind anymore, but we are controlling our mind. So every thought we think is actually can manifest. But this is our power. We are going step by step by step into that. What we think, we instantly manifest. Now, wow, what is this amazing knowledge and an amazing information, and how we go there, and who is already there? I would love to find out, and stuff like this. But I do know in these new times, we are so much of our capacity, of our brain, of our DNA, of all of it is going to be activated. On the other hand, there is this amazing big plan in duality game of keeping the people in another reality completely, and that's an interesting one that I feel and know that it's really important to unite in such a way, coming into that same collective conscious of Heavenly Gaia, these amazing places, sacred sanctuaries where human beings are just being free and not in this dramatic whatever loop. I don't know how to name it anymore, but that this free will stays instead of this other timeline, of course, which is you become like a person like on the planet Earth. You think you are just on it and you're not part of it, and well, the robotic type, and that's a decision, and I'm sure some souls are just here to go into that mode, but I'm here to really, yeah, that's the only thing I can do.
Be happy. I am here to be in this immense joy and happiness and live on heaven.
We are human beings. We can co-create, and beyond it, we are from everywhere, from the people from star seeds to light entities to whatever. And when you can activate it all in the most amazing ways, not really true authenticity, you just being you in that
Exactly.
laughing space, just feeling this, yeah, it's just pure natural endorphins. It's just fun. It's just everything also becomes
I'm
just
sure.
more, but a joke. Everything I see around me, almost, it becomes a joke. And that's like, what is this? Like, huh? The people think like this, huh? The people do like this. I'm not doing the same behavior. And then I always felt in the beginning of my life a little bit strange, because I did not meet others who do also similar behavior. And from my perception, I understand this is my reality, this is normal for me. But by talking to people, oops, I started to understand it's not normal for them. This is also strange for them. they are not connecting to this. That's all perfectly fine, and we're all unique. But how can we come together into that collective consciousness to shift that? And we just need a little bit. That's another one. It's just to get into this conscious of a little group. Now, I will say then 144,000 to eventually uplift and shift the whole collective consciousness of all the human beings, which has already been proven so many times that when there's a group big enough and the tipping point is reached, poof, there's nobody who can escape that energy. So imagine,
But also,
all of us are in this mode. Well, you know what power this is generating. We become like a machine, and we must become like this machine of generating that energy. Forget about the fear, forget about all this bullshit what's been shown to us now for so many long time. I mean, how many lifetimes you need to come and go through it? And now I feel now I can speak for myself. It's done. It's finito. I'm here now. I worked through a lot of stuff this lifetime, past lifetimes too, but this lifetime. And celebrating the now moment. That's
celebrating. But in this celebration, as we are creating our own reality that we perceive and we believe we deserve, I always feel like looking at everybody around us in the eye of compassion, as their time hasn't come yet. When they're ready and they get the nudge and their soul has matured enough to take these leaps, they will be following and matching that frequency. Sometimes out of empathy, out of compassion, we want everybody, especially our closest people, to be of the same on the same train. But so it's okay to look behind and see there are still people behind. Out of love, let them be.
Exactly. That's the only way. That's the only way. And also remember, you cannot help no one. That's another one. That so many of us think, oh, I need to help this person, help this person. Who are you to help? Because you cannot help. You can, be compassionate and communicate, and maybe if you have an idea or an inspiring sentence to say, you can only again speak from your own heart and showing that example of what the other one can be inspired of and lift with you into another reality of, being an example. If you are feeling really happy in your life and someone is not feeling so happy, and indeed you talk and that person have a smile on the face after 5 minutes, how amazing. So that one has a new experience of the smile for 5 minutes, which is integrating in the body and all of it. And next moment there's another person showing up in the life and another smile, maybe of 1 hour is arriving. This type of things is so, everything is also so simple, but I can also only speak to myself. Showing up, that's now I have to show up in the way, sharing this, and whoever can benefit from our lovely talk now or our happiness now, that's it. And even
that's
my
it.
but my invitation,
how can people reach out to you? How can people reach out to you? Where can they find you? I know they can connect. Your Facebook, and is there a website or some other ways of communication? We can share it in the chat so that people can know where to find you, and if they resonate so much with this beautiful, beautiful, joyous energy and the Heavenly Gaia project, so they can communicate with you. I know your Facebook page, Elovena Oneness. Is there any other way to connect with you?
Well, this is right now still the easiest way because I'm there, and we are working on a website for Heavenly Gaia. So even now, whoever is listening or seeing this and hearing this, having skills of creating a powerful website, that message of Heavenly Gaia, of this new type of this life, this new earth, this now earth, this co-creation possibility, is coming more and more into the conscious by awareness that, okay, Elovena is in. I am in too. Let's do it. And I try to work on websites, and there is information already like text, but how to get it in such a way that it becomes very easy, and that it reaches as soon as possible the most possible people, and via that many can connect basically. So this is something I'm working on, and as well it will be a Facebook page and will be on other channels. So that's a little bit it's already manifested, but I cannot give you that. Yeah, it will be testing.
Yes. It's in the creating, it's in the creating, it's in the making, and it's manifesting so beautifully. And we'll definitely have you again with us to talk more about it as it's manifesting more, as there are some projects on hand. I'm very, very blessed to have you with me tonight on this episode of In Oneness. Thank you for sharing all this light, this love, this joy. You fill the whole space today with this. Honestly, I'll tell you one thing. I share on the Narika Healing page every second day. I share an affirmation. So today's affirmation was, I am joy. And look what I got. I got you.
You are me, we are one. I'm you. Wow, amazing.
I love that. This is the quick manifestation of the heavenly Gaia that we are living.
Yes.
When our thought manifests, when our feelings just show in front of us. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, and I'm blessed to see you, sister, and join you on this beautiful project. Thank you for sharing your light with us, and Narika family, thank you so much for all the support. All Narika programmings are entrusted in divine service and offered with blessings and grace, and they're all free. So just share love and light, and spread love and light, and be the love and light. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much too. Thank you. See you soon.